It's been several days, so let's take a few minutes to talk about the death at the end of the prologue, starting from the beginning. First is not doing proper research in the fight to know that I couldn't teleport in the first place, and this was my first mistake. Next, I don't try to leave when I'm out of food and moderately healthy, I attempt to leave when I'm on my last limb. This is the exact reason why every hardcore shouldn't stay to the last second, and I overestimated what I got myself into. In my defense, I had tested the functionality of the escape crystal at the Recipe for Disaster finale, where normal teleports don't work, and found out it worked just fine. This was the third mistake, assuming it would work in all scenarios unless teleblocked by a player or in 31+ wilderness. And now, everything that happened after. The moment of realization and the shift to a fight or flight mentality. If you've checked the wiki, you'll see there's an option to leave the fight, and even a quick leave option. In my mind, when I saw the inability to teleport for the escape crystal, I assumed then and there that this was a fight to the death. With the health I had left, I had very little time to assess the situation, and I handled it as poorly as I possibly could have. A great way to save this fight would have been to drop my D-Hive body underneath the Zerosian, and replicate the same Red X house option stall I did with the Goblin skeleton just a week prior. With this, I could have scoped the area and seen the escape option just to the east, regenerated some hit points, or even just flinched him for the kill, but hindsight is always 20/20. To throw salt in the wound, I regenerate 1 hit point right after the double kill happens. To say that this death hurt would be an understatement. I've talked multiple times on stream about the most fun part of Iron accounts, and this was right before it was about to happen. That time period of all your early PVM through your first several raid uniques. This quest would have put me just below the requirements for piety, and my fossil save from my Ammonite Crab AFKing would close that gap. I would have the requirements for the Mauritania Hard Diary squared away, and lots of bonus runes from the Barrows grind for tank armor for moons, and a much easier time closing the gap to 85 prayer for the Desert Elite Diary, compared to the majority of other Iron Men at this stage in the game. The foundations would have been completed, and we'd be off to the races. The death of my hardcore many years ago didn't hurt at all, because my goal of soloing the Theater of Blood had been completed. I had already earned that sense of fulfillment, and this account didn't even get a chance to try what I had in store for it. At the end of the day, I died to my own overzealousness, and I've learned from my mistakes here, to always know my opposition fully, and I lost fair and square. One cannot truly enjoy the taste of victory until they fully understand the flavor of defeat. I'm hoping I fulfilled that second part now. While it sucks that we lost Forestry, I'm not one to be stopped by setbacks, regardless of their size. Wompletics bounced back from a full wipe to a vampire, and I'll bounce back from this. With all that out of the way, let's start from the beginning. Again. We've got about a week and a half to build up and see how far we can get before we actually go live with the subathon. Dude, I'm so bummed too. Forestry was such a sick name, and now it's just dead. Yeah, look at that. The first non-combat level in this account, and it's agility. How fitting. Hey, look, I have to go do another lap. I need to go get that Mark of Grace. Man, that's gonna end right there perfectly on 5. Yeah, there it is. Let me get that. Yeah, the first clog. Alright, that's the first quest. Alright, there's my 10k money. I'm richest man in the world again. But we're not leaving. I need the boots. I can't come down here, get the money, and then just get the boots later. That's just not right. Sorry. I had to make sure I was truly ready for hardcore and not gonna die to something like an Anku or, God forbid, quest boss or anything. Yeah, there's a step that says to buy a pink skirt and wear it. Don't exactly know why, but there's definitely a use for it. It's not a troll by any means. Woo! 1000 Slayer and Hunting experience. I think it's like the 10th time in my life that I've fixed up this old dude's house now. Hey, look. Baby's first random event. Yeah, I'm wearing this. This is a Chad hat. Yeah, so welcome to the best way to play Iron Man. Hopping worlds and picking up a bunch of liquor. Alright, there's 28 of them. Man, I wonder if other people are doing this. Yeah, the price doesn't change on this either, so you can just... Oh my god. Dude, that's insane. The account that might have died last episode, I had like 11 of these stocked up in the bank that I was just holding on to for a rainy day, so I think I'm just going to do the same and just hold on to a ton of mystery boxes, and we'll open them up one day in the future. If we live that far. Hey look, I can craft runes now. What if I just stood here and never opened the door? This guy could never finish the quest. Now I am safe on my hardcore Iron Man. And now I can make potions. Okay, this account's better than the last. We first tried the red berry pie. Now, before we start fast-forwarding through all of the early quests, there's one lesser-known mechanic that I'd like to talk about, in case those of you are unaware of it, known as NPC locking. When you interact with an NPC such as this, when you talk, notice how he will constantly follow you around. As long as you remain within one tile of him, diagonals count, they will never move until someone else interacts with them, or if you break that one tile distance like such. And what you can do with these is you can lock certain NPCs in place to use them as safe spots, and it's going to become necessary with this mercenary captain, considering our combat is dog shit. So we want to look for an NPC that's close to him. Hopefully he doesn't move too far away. And there we go. We've got this one locked in place, and we can begin the conversation. Do you mind? We can begin the conversation with the mercenary captain, and as soon as the fight begins, we can run to here, and he will just act as a never-moving safe spot so long as nobody else talks to this mercenary right here. And there you go. Safe spot completed. Over the course of the past few years, there have been a lot of mid-game and early-game changes that have completely gone past me and I've not paid any attention to, and this is one of them. Changes to the Brimhaven Agility Dungeon. There used to be, back in my day, a little flag thing right here that had a red or green light up depending on whether you were eligible to get a ticket or not. Now you can just get one when the arrow's above it. And the way that early game accounts, I guess, train agility now is just jumping back and forth over this, granted you've got the agility level to do so. And we just simply wait for the arrow to pull over here. If I remember correctly, I believe there's like a super cool spot you can click. Yeah. Dude, I love the changes to this game. Holy crap. And now what I remember from Leagues 5 is we get 2 different tickets now. So one's for agility and one's for rewards. Yeah, welcome to RuneScape in the current year. The last account, I had to do practically no agility because I AFK'd barb fishing for 8 months, so I just basically got to start playing with 70 agility. Now I have to actually participate with the skill. Dude, fuck this. Alright, so I have 100 tickets, and this is when you get the best EXP modifier for cashing in tickets, and I have a bit of a decision to make right now. You get an experience bonus if you have the Karamja Easy Diary. That's an extra 10% agility experience when cashing in tickets. The problem is with the Karamja Easy Diary, you have to mine a gold ore, and that requires 40 mining. I have 15. So am I about to go out of my way to go get 40 mining, to go get this experience boost? 17 mining. 30 mining! There we have it. 40 mining. It's time to go finish the diary. Was it worth it? Absolutely not. And we're getting 3 gem bags on our next trip to Falador, too. And now we wait 1 minute for the gold ore. Or 1 second. That'll do, too. And remember, anytime you cross this bridge, click on the rocks, click on the house. If you know, you know. And that is the diary done. And now we talk to Jackie, tell her about our achievement diary completion, and she gives us the gloves alongside only diary lamp tier that has no restrictions on it, so I don't gotta wait for 30 Horrible. I can just dump it on this thing right now. And the whole reason we spent 3 hours mining shooting stars was to talk to her for agility experience. Why can't I exchange 100 at once? What do they do to the shop? Am I stupid? It appears as though reading comprehension is still not one of my strong suits. You need the Karamja gloves too in order for extra experience. I just wasted all that time mining stars for nothing. All right, we're gonna get the answer. If you teleport out for a random event, does it spit you outside the arena or back in where you came from? Oh, thank God. Not gonna lie, every time I do this course, like during leagues and now especially, it hits a lot of nostalgia for me. Maybe I'm just a boomer. Maybe I'm just old. This is how we trained agility back in 2004. That's another 34k agility experience. 57. If my math is right, I didn't actually do math, I'm just guessing that this is the right amount. Surely this is exactly the amount I need for 60, please. Oh, I'm totally a plan genius. I definitely planned that. Okay, 60's done. Back to playing the game. This is like a full day grind. Like, no matter what happens, this skill still sucks. Holy crap. Never mind. I lied. We still have to do agility till 65, apparently. And we're doing forestry along with it! 2 of my favorite things in the game! I feel like Timmy in that episode of The Fairly Odd Parents, like, when do we get to the ride? No, this is the ride! I'm 23 woodcutting, and I'm looking at my experience drops, and I'm starting to understand why we're doing forestry in between Sears laps now. Oh, look at that, like, what, 21 to 26 woodcutting off one event. Hey, look, 61 agility. I found another guy who's doing the same thing as me, but he doesn't have his Ghost Speak amulet on, the idiot. How's he gonna be able to talk to ghosts now? 63. I think I'm just gonna finish the lap. There it is, 65. That's where it stops, and I'm pretty sure the rest of it just comes from experience, from quests, because I think we got, like, all the quests give, like, a ridiculous amount of experience now. Like, they buffed the Masters and Grandmaster quests to give, like, 4 times the amount of experience they didn't release, so I don't think I have to actually train agility anymore. I swear to God, if he has me do, like, 100 canvas laps for I don't know what, I'm gonna flip, man. There better not be any more agility on this list. And with this quest completion, we have 5 kind of discontinued items, because you can't get them when the quest is done. And if you have them in your inventory, when you finish it, he just steals them. Only reason we get them? Fashionscape. And nothing else. I really just had to go and open my fat mouth, didn't I? And we have to do this until we have 1 mil coins, apparently. Okay. I have been at my PC doing agility for 5 hours today. I think I'm done. We'll resume this tomorrow. I weigh 212 kilograms. Holy crap. All right, the first inventory, and we have 330k cash to our name. My first 500,000 coins on the account. I'm so rich. And I still have to do like 50 more laps of these. 67 pyramids! You know, I'm starting to understand the whole point of this agility grind. It's not to like give you money or make getting around easier because it takes your run longer to drain. No, this is a social experiment. It's supposed to weed out the weak. Those who can't handle this will just quit and never play Iron Man again. And then the ones who make it through will just be flagged and like notice like, okay, these are the ones that definitely have a problem and are way too addicted to this game. I kind of just self-reported, didn't I? Oh my god, I'm 68 agility now. All right, we're almost done, but this is the first ever 1 million cash stack on this new hardcore. Oh man, get me out of here already, please. Okay, we're done. If I have to see agility anymore before I do any potential sepulchre in the future, I'm gonna throw a fit. We're fucking rich. We have the agility experience we need. Get me the fuck out of here, man. It's like minutes for you is like hours for me. That is way too much time in my life I spent there. Why the hell is there a poll booth here in the middle of nowhere? Who is voting here? Yeah, that's my thieving method unlocked, and I have 9 buckets of shit in my inventory. 45 thieving. Woo! Oh my god, I did it. So I've been here for like a solid this many coins, and it's just dawned on me now, there's only 6 pillars in here. When did they change this? How long has it been since I've been here? What the fuck? So I have decided to look on the wiki to see what actually got changed about this place, and holy crap! First of all, I gotta show one thing right here. If you're like me and you haven't seen this, you can take 5 of the same item from the cupboard at once. That's insane, man! You don't have to like spam click in between anymore. You can just take 5 and just like weed PVM the crap out of this. Like there's no cap on the coins. Before you got held at 12,000 coins. There's only 6 of these things. They move once every minute, once every 30 seconds. Oh my god. What happened to the game? Since we don't have the cap of 12k coins anymore, the second I put this in, I'm gonna get the gnarliest experience drop ever and jump 10 levels. Look at this. We're about to teleport. Oh my god. Oh my goodness, yes. Dude, even the telekinetic room is faster. Look how fast the statue moves now. It moves at like running speed. What the f happened to this place, man? And we have successfully survived the level 50 thieving grind. Oh shit. Wait, I got a second inventory. This account's actually blessed. And after all the arbitrary questing, wait for it, we have the kudos to do the quest to go to Iron Man Island. So if you look at my inventory, you'll see I have an assortment of seemingly random items. And I'll be plundering all the gold. Don't forget our feather. And we're done. Now, once you finish this quest, you can never get these items again. I'm on a mission to collect all the random, quote-unquote, discontinued quest items on this account as well. It's completely meaningless, but it's something I want to do for literally 0 reason other than it's kind of cool. Why am I prayer flicking a Mauritanian citizen? Where's this blue snail? Yeah, come here, boy. Like the guy before, I want to be prepared for all clues because we have that one mimic task which for some reason is still on the combat achievements. And I have failed the Swampletics Bridge. You know, they say the best time to do Cook's Assistant is after you played on the account for 1 day and 23 hours. I burnt the fucking bread? I burnt the second one! On the bright side, they made this little change where you can just jump to the bottom floor instantly. I don't even have to look at the second floor anymore. And I will not have to look at a burnt bread for the 3rd time. See? Raw cavial, edible seaweed, and that is incredibly tame. The fact that I didn't see the nature talisman... Ugh. And that's 35. No! -1 log. That's 30 fire making, and this little trick I learned from Bodhi. Telekinetic grabbing the sea slug. In all my years of playing this game, this was completely new information for me. He will go into the bank for the rest of his days. And sea slug for fishing experience and... Wait, no, I need an unopened oyster. So I was about to say, that's kind of perfect. Like, he asked me for an oyster, but it's not the right one. All right, that's fishing experience quest number 2. And we have 2 carps for the bank. When I first got members for this game back in 2004, this was by far and away my favorite spot to fish, specifically the big net fishing, just because of all the different types of fish you can get out of it. Herring, cod, bass. The treasure chest, I saw that, I'm like, oh my god, I'm going to get so rich fishing here. Spoiler alert, I did not get rich. The fish were practically worthless to sell. Yeah, all you guys that voted for sailing. Sure this is what you want? We have made it to Iron Man Island, and I seem to have forgotten the planks to make the bank chest. I'll be right back. Okay, disregard that last clip. I don't have the construction to... I don't have the construction to build the chest. I mainly came here for the edible seaweed, because we need that for Fairy Tale 1. I got the wrong one! Okay, there's the real level to get it. Oh my... Okay, first try, and we got it. Whee! Gimme. Now, we have access to fairy rings, and the place where there was approximately 1,000 people per world during League's 2 release. That's 1. I've also made the decision that it is time to hold on to one of these puppies at all times, and oh, the overlay for this plugin looks so ugly. And the minus 75k isn't a problem. We're almost at the total level to go do Last Man Standing, and I believe that the US Rota is coming in 2 days. It is! Oh, we're gonna have fun soon. And the Metro? And now maybe the rune on the back-to-back? Never lucky. Oh, there it is, 74 kills, just right below 2x, but we have a Rune X now. So it says to power mine to 50 mining, and I've done a fair bit of shooting stars already. And 4 gem bags for the Stardust later, and 50 mining. Biohazard! And that is the last step of the Arty Easy Diary. Never been done before. And a lamp that's gonna rot in my inventory until I hit 30 herblore. We have now completed 10,000 farming experience. The quest. And I lied, I guess this lamp doesn't go on herblore. This one goes on farming. I'm gonna trust it. For now. 26! And the most important step of any account, pet this dog. If you don't, you will die to a quest boss. And the first of many birdhouses has been placed, yet again. And that is the first batch of giant seaweed. Again. So it's been since Leagues 4 since I've come here. They've really upped the brain dead factor on this plugin, and I'm all for it. Bada boom. And we have now made the first batch of Fossil Island pendants. And now begins the arbitrary grind of 62 fishing for Swan Song. I'll see you when we're done with all the points that we garner. Starting levels are 38 fishing and 17 cooking. Haha, just kidding, we're getting angler outfit first. Wait, holy crap, I got a piece on the first run. Oh, wait, flex the count. Okay. Oh, 6 tuna. 26 boats. Okay, so that's like half drop rate, which means my luck in the future is doomed. But now we gotta make our way back to Temperos, and... yeah, hey, at least we're getting a 3-point CA out of it. We're now 34 farming, so Tithe Farm is now officially unlocked. This is how I have to fill up buckets. I don't know if I can get to this pump with 25 buckets, but this is gonna be a little experiment that we test and find out together. Okay, so my conclusion, doing this without humidify, sucks. It's doable, not consistently doable, but doable, but sucks. 11-minute game, I got the Y cook task and the angler outfit task. I think this is like the best points I can get. Like, it's definitely better than groups, and that's what I'm concerned with. I kind of want that fish barrel, and I wouldn't mind getting that tome of water, I'm not gonna lie. This is why I'm not like the biggest fan of soloing, because it's not exactly the most consistent.
Combat task completed.
That is still far and away my favorite combat task of all time, repairing a totem pole. Oh my god, a new PB! 62 fishing! We could do the Wise Old Man quest in the future. And the final permit count, 349. Not quite the amount for the drop rate for the barrel, but it's close enough. And for the unpacking? Yeah, I'm gonna make you wait until the next video. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye!